Men hide the truth because they want to be in control in marriage.
When men tries to open up to their wife, used against them, you've closed a chapter that you might never be able to open up.
So why get married to a person that you cannot open up to? That's my point.
We don't want to appear weak.
Do you 100% expect honesty from your wife?
Sure.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Fact or Fact, the podcast where we speak facts and fact only. And of course, I am your host, Omotola, and today's episode is a very sensitive and important one, the silence gap, why husbands withhold truths from their wives. And right here with me, I have this very gentleman to shed some light on the topic. Welcome, sir. Please introduce yourself to the guests.
My name is Afolabi Jamia.
Welcome, sir. Thank you for coming to the podcast, Facts or Facts. Yes. So there is something many women complain about and many men quietly struggle with. That's silence. You know, women are not comfortable with the fact that their spouse that they claim to love is silent about a lot of issues. And men also have things to say about that. So we'd like for you to shed some light on that topic. Why do some husbands keep certain things to themselves? Why do they hide their fears, financial struggles, emotion, or even personal challenges from their spouse?
Well, that's a lot, and I think there are reasons for everything.
Okay.
You see, one thing about men in Africa, or let me say Nigeria in general, is that while we were growing up, we were not taught emotionally. You will see, I think there are situations whereby I've had issue with my probably playmates, and probably the person beats me and I get back home crying. What my mom see or my posse will tell you is that go and beat your own. Even if the person is somebody that can beat hell out of you, they'll say go and beat your own. So crying, I think, is a sign of weakness for men. Yes.
Yeah.
And when men sees all these things, I don't want to appear weak in front of my wife, you know.
No, but do you think, you know, we're talking about marriage now. Is it right, like, you married somebody that you cannot be emotionally vulnerable with? Because of course I understand the fact that men are not taught to be emotional, and of course we can't really look back at our backgrounds as humans. We've all had something our parents taught us, and while growing up we realize that this thing is not right. We try to change it.
True.
So are you saying that men get married for many weird reasons? Because why marry a woman that you cannot be emotionally vulnerable with?
If men, they feel like I'm safe, whatever I'm saying is, when they say whatever happens in Rome stays in Rome. When they know that this thing is safe, when I'm discussing with this person, they will pour out their mind.
So the husbands that did not pour out their mind to their wives, are you saying that they do not feel emotionally safe?
They don't feel safe, because such men, something must have happened before, probably an issue that happens, and I open up to my wife and do you remember this thing happened? And probably something could happen the following day or sometimes, and you'll be like, no worry, no wonder. That is how imagine, you see, when men tries to open up to their wife or their partners, and you use the same thing they actually open up, use it against them, you've closed a chapter that you might never be able to open up again.
I understand what you're saying, right? But you know, why get married to some? Of course, before you marry, you know a person's character at some length. So why get married to a person that you cannot open up to? That's my point. Because now I'm trying to, at the end, that men get married for the wrong reasons. They just get married because they need to reproduce, right? So are you saying it is true that men get married for the wrong reason? The fact that they have a wife at home that they could not be emotionally vulnerable with, is that what you're saying?
That is not what I'm saying. But let's look at it in this situation. You are my wife. 28th of the month, you told me there's something you wanted to get. Probably there's problem with business, and I cannot come back home probably on the 1st, on the 2nd, and tell you that, babe, that thing you said you wanted to get, our business is not going fine, we might not be able to get it. Do you know how that makes me feel as a man?
Yeah, but it's understandable that...
It is understandable, but why is he at the point that you are trying to ask me for something? Why is he... See, the best thing that could happen is that I will not tell you what is going on with my business. I will not tell you what is going on with work. All I'll just try to do is stomach it, and whatever the depression or the stress I'm going through, I will choose not to say, because the moment I tell you that, babe, business is this, business is that, the first thing that will come to your mind, it's because I ask you for money. Now that is why business is this. It's because I ask you for money. That's why you are telling me this story. It is impossible.
So what you are saying, that what you are trying to tell me now is that men hide the truth because they want to be in control in marriage.
That is not the reason. Men hide the truth because of a lot of reasons. Just like I said, number one, we are not emotionally trained.
Okay.
Number two, when we feel that there is the person we are opening up to, we are not safe with the person. Number three, we don't want to appear weak.
Why? What is wrong in appearing weak as a man? We are humans. It's not an excuse. I just feel like men are full of pride. Honestly, that's just the only explanation to this.
Would you love to be with a man, probably where you met this person?
Okay.
That person is actually crying. And wait, and 2-3 people are there trying to console the person. Don't worry, it is fine. Don't worry, it is fine. Don't worry, it is fine. This man is completely broken down, crying profusely.
There's nothing wrong.
And probably after that, the man, hey babe, what's up? Can I have your number? No, see, I want you to be sincere.
You are assuming for me. There's nothing wrong with it. Women are emotional, right? We do not have issues with expressing emotions, same as men. It is only men that think that
emotions
it's okay
and women
to not express emotions.
Emotions and women can be in the same sentence.
So emotions and men can.
But you see, emotions and men, I think what can be in the same sentence with strength and men.
Why does it have to be strength and men? Men are humans too. If you put yourself in sports like this, when they say men are going through so much, and nobody asks you not to be vulnerable or emotional. Nobody asks you that. Why not be with a person, a partner that can undo your emotional vulnerability?
There are some partners like there are some things I can discuss with my wife. There are some things I cannot discuss with my wife.
That's not it's marriage. Marriage is supposed to be open. Am I saying it wrong?
No, you are not saying it wrong.
It's like getting the whole concept of marriage
for different reasons, men choose not to open up for some weird reason. For some reasons, men themselves don't even understand.
They don't exactly. To me, it's pride.
It's not pride. It's not pride. It's not
having the
pride.
mentality that I'm a man. You see that word man? If they hear that name, I understand that men are. It's too much. You don't want to share your problems. Do you understand? And do you know the funniest part? Some husbands, they will not share these things. So at the end of the day, when it gets out of hand, it's still the wife that will still solve it. They will still come back. So why didn't you just say it in the first place?
You might be actually referring to me in such a way.
You see, you.
The thing is, when my wife, probably a slight headache, everybody in the whole house will know.
But me,
if I have a headache, I know where to get pills to swallow, and I'll be fine. And probably for the next 20 years, nobody might even know.
Do you 100% expect honesty from your wife?
Sure.
So you are expecting honesty from your wife and you are not opening up. Is that balanced?
It is.
How is it balanced?
If I am the man of the house, I'm expected to provide safety. I'm expected to provide finance and the protection of the house. There are things that could put the family at jeopardy, and me telling them could even, for example, if I'm out and coming back today at the estate gate, I was told they robbed this house today and that house, and everybody in the estate, be careful because we don't know if these people are still around. Then I get home, babe, they are robbing in the estate now. What do you think that will happen? So me keeping such information from her does not mean that I'm not being honest with her. Sometimes it's for protection. Shout out to all the wives that have understanding with their husband. Shout out to all of you.
Yeah.
But trust me, there are things you don't want your husband to be telling you. Not because.
What do you mean? It's like you're thinking for women. How can you say
not thinking.
I'm not married yet, right? But if I'm with my man, right? Hopefully.
Okay.
I would want to know everything going on. Because why on earth are you keeping some part? I'm telling you about me and you cannot tell me about you. That's not fair. That's not a balanced thing.
This life is not balanced. Stop looking for balance.
Women are emotional and they overthink, right?
For example, let me tell you this. There was a time, I think I was traveling, I had an accident.
Okay.
Scratch free, thank God for that.
You did not tell your wife?
I did not.
Do you
know why? Do you know why? I think before then, I think like a week or month, I had another accident, which I did. And do you know what she did? all the clerics she knows about, she started calling everybody.
Because she cares.
Praying, coming home every day with different type of prayers.
Is there anything wrong with that?
It's not wrong.
Twice in a week, I mean, in a month.
So
this is suspicious.
So, and now, calling her, hello babe, do you know that we just had an accident now? Do you know what that could put her? Stress. And see, to be sincere, as a woman, just like I said, men keep this thing for protection, for your safety. I cannot say for men that cheat and hide that from their wife or so, but sometimes all these things is for protection.
How is it for protection?
They don't want you to think.
Why?
See, they don't want
and then when the woman finds out, it gets worse than it should have been.
I'm just trying to protect you, babe.
They would never have they ever understood? Have you been in a position like that before?
The reason for them not understanding is because they refuse to understand that the man is doing that out of love and not.
Why would I understand that somebody is keeping secret from me? Really?
It's no secret.
And I'm not keeping secret from this person.
But
withholding information is not secret.
Information that I deem not fit for you to hear, probably at that particular point in time.
You did not fit. See, your partner, man. You guys need to do better, please.
See, I cite an example the other time, but probably you brush it off because you know that example actually hit the point.
Okay, let me
tell an issue at the estate gate.
Okay.
That there is insecurity in the estate. Coming home, you not telling your wife, and all you can just do is after everybody has gone to bed, you wake up as a man, you check all your doors. You knowing that the moment you tell this woman that this is what is happening, there's
she's
problem.
Going to panic. Is that what?
Hello babe, I don't think you can go to work today. You want to leave me in this estate that you cannot go to work. From that perspective now, would you say a wife will say, this man, he went to the sitting room to make a call, he is cheating on me?
Exactly. See it from that perspective too. When they start sensing secret, it begins to
I'm an advocate of you don't love who you don't trust, and you don't trust who you don't love.
Exactly. That is exactly.
If I'm in love with you, my life, I can give it to you, hold it.
Yeah, and
if I'm in love with you,
don't keep secrets.
Why? See, the matter of secret is different from you trusting somebody or not.
Okay.
I can trust you that you can hold this information, but I might not be able to trust you for what you are going to do with the information. I know that telling you the information is not like you are going to, but what would you do with such information? How would you react? What impact will it have on you?
Okay.
A partner, a spouse that you know that my wife is probably high blood pressure. I'm the best husband of the year, babe. I just had an accident, but don't worry, nothing happens to me. That one has
But there are men that.
Hello, babe. Do you know in the hotel we slept today, they robbed us, they shoot one of the person? What do you want?
Supposed to be
that type of, when you say, when I'm keeping such information, am I keeping it because I'm not faithful to you? Am I keeping it because I'm not honest with you? I am keeping it for your safety. So imagine I have done that and probably hello, your wife is in the hospital, she just suffered heart attack or high blood pressure. This information, you could have withtold this and probably, babe, do you know like 3 years ago, that time, do you know we had accident? At that point in time.
I get this your point of view. Let's see it from another point of view.
Okay.
You know, there are some men out there. Okay, you're trying to keep your wife safe. That's understandable.
From the safety perspective.
The safety perspective. Let's talk about the secrecy. There are some men out there, for example, they buy a property, or most men actually, they want to buy a property and they don't tell their wives.
Let me ask.
They keep it. The funniest part is their mother knows. Their family knows, but it is the wife that is always the last person to know. It's after you now purchase it, isn't it that you are saying that your wife is the weapon fashioned against you? But after purchasing it, now you now say, I will bust out.
I'm not trying to.
What would you say about a situation like that?
I'm not trying to shift it. But do you know that most women, their next of kin is always their younger brother, not even their kids. So
before the marriage. Before the marriage,
because
you during the marriage.
I know a lot.
But it's like that for men too. A man doesn't. I don't think most men use their wife as next.
The moment you are married, go and check it now. See, I know a lot of friends, a lot of my friends, their wife
are their next of kin.
To be sincere.
But same as women, don't blame me.
No, this one. If you gather 100 women, trust me, 80 their younger ones are their next of kin. So if I'm not your next of kin and I'm getting a proper, there's no way you are not going to know if I get a proper child, you're my next of kin. You will know. But if I know that I'm not your next of kin, trust me, you might not be my own next of kin too. So if I'm getting a property.
But there are some men that actually just do it for the sake of it. Even not next of kin matter, the husband might be the next of kin of the wife, but they will still do it anyways. Even there are lots of money in the banks now that the wives don't know, and the men are dead because they did not tell the wife the pin or how to get access to that account.
True.
What would you say about situations like that?
One thing I can do is I can have money in accounts, probably in an account my wife don't know about. But this is it. For every of my ATMs and my bank app, there is no one my wife cannot log into. Babe, there's a 50 million naira in this UBA account. I'm actually keeping it for a business also. Do you know that the moment woman knows that
they want to finish it?
No, see, I've done a lot of tests wrong. Hello babe, I sold the property, I collected a commission of like 3 million naira. Wow, congratulations. Oh, wow, that's nice. The next thing you will see is they will want to increase whatever thing you have in the house. Probably if you chop money, even you not knowing what the husband have plans for.
So do you agree as a man now that husbands expect emotional support from the wives,
yes,
right? So as a husband expecting emotional support from the wife, why do you refuse to open up emotionally?
Because women don't understand men's emotion.
But you are expecting emotional support. Do you really try to open up to see because tell me why you are married to a woman that does not understand your emotions?
It's not about the woman that does not understand my emotion. Women.
Not women. Don't put women in general.
Don't understand.
What do you mean?
Men
You're putting women
emotion.
in general. There are emotionally mature women out there.
Shout out to
the
women that are outside there
and illegal things. They have a supporting woman by their side. They tell them everything. Sometimes it's the woman that even have the game plan of everything. Are you saying those kind of people are doing it wrong?
They might be. Because
so to me, if you are involved with a woman you can't be emotionally vulnerable with or share something with, you're probably in the marriage for the wrong reasons.
I don't agree, because when we started, we said men are in marriage for some weird reason.
A lot of weird reasons.
Could be peer pressure.
Okay.
It could be yes, I have money now, I think the next thing for me is to marry. It could be pressure from the family that you have to reproduce. It could be so
those are the underlying issues.
Yes, when you enter a marriage for a certain reasons, there is no way you cannot escape all these kind of things. Well, you as a man, you enter into a marriage because of business reason. Trust me, anything concerning business, financial, you will be free to discuss with your wife, because in the office here and there she will know about it.
Exactly.
So anything financial, you cannot hide it from your wife. And men choose to be free with their wife. There are some couples that the only thing they do every morning is that, babe, good morning, what do you want to eat today?
Exactly.
I've made your breakfast, bye going to work. Babe, you are back from work, welcome, how was your work today? And that is the end of it. There are some couples that they are best gossip partners. I used to do that, but I don't know, but sometimes I find it very not comfortable when my wife comes back and I come back from work and, babe, that neighbor, this and this and this and this is what happened to you. Sometimes I might show interest, sometimes I might not. You see, men, showing interest means that you are available for her at that particular point in time. But showing interest, you don't know what is going on in this head.
That's what women will think. They will think that you are keeping secrets and you're not being emotionally available, and they will feel like you don't love them.
At that point in time, that you are telling me about the gossip that is happening, I just drop a bomb, babe. The company is folding up.
You cry together. You feel better. Try it. You should
cry together.
What is wrong with crying together with your wife?
I think my wife has seen me cry just, I think, once.
How many years of marriage have you been?
7 now.
And she's seen you cry only once?
Just once. That was when I lost my elder sister.
Oh,
that was it. That was it. So, as a man, what should make me cry in front of my wife?
Why?
Oh no. What?
So are you agreeing that is it fear, is it pride, or is it society's expectation of men to not be vulnerable or share things with their spouse?
I'll go with the society, values, ideas, and what men have been put through right from the upbringing. A man that is the first son of the family, and that man has no time for chit chat, emotions. When he has 6 young ones to pay their school fees, to train to school, that man has zero tolerance for emotions. The only thing that will be ringing in his mind is money. I'm going to get this one, I'm paying this person school fees tomorrow, I'm getting this person visa to travel out of the country. Momsi is sick, and you expect that man to come and break down and be crying in front of you, telling you no, it won't happen. Men, when we are growing up, I think it is of recently that probably millennial parents started doing every day, trying to tell their children I love you. They want them to be hearing that more often, that I love you.
Yeah,
my mom, trust me. Nobody.
I love you.
I don't even think I even heard them saying it to each other. Talk less of them saying it to me. So somebody tell me, if you tell me I love you now, I'll look at you first like, what are you talking about? So men are trained, just like I said. Nigerian men are not emotionally unavailable. We are just emotionally untrained. Nobody trained us to be emotional.
On that part, yeah.
So probably now we are doing most of Western worlds. We want to be like them. Probably that's when you now see men crying. Maybe their wife will hold them, crying, will cry together. What's so sweet?
This man, are you a soldier?
I'm not a soldier. I'm just trying to be an African man, a Nigerian man.
God, that phrase again, African man.
It is because these things don't happen in the Western world. No. They are, and if there are things that happen like that, it will definitely be from migrants, from the African, probably to the US or to the UK. Probably they have those mentality, but those people that are born and brought up there, they can cry to their wife. They are soft.
But and there's nothing wrong with being soft.
Men.
For African men, there's nothing wrong with being soft. What would you advise the men out there, the husbands out there that keep secret from their wives? And what would you advise the wives and how to handle such men?
All I can say is this: you know your partner, you know the information they can handle, share it with them. Those you know and you are convinced that they cannot handle, brother, hold that information. No, it's not because you are not honest, it's not because you are not loyal, it's not because you don't love them, but sometimes you are protecting them, you are protecting your peace, you are protecting your house, you are protecting your children, you are protecting your business, you are protecting your own well-being. And wives, if your man, your husband once open up to you, see, that is the golden chance for you to hold your husband for the rest of your marriage or for the rest of the life. Because if you use such phrase or any phrase that man uttered during that emotional vulnerability time, you use it against such man, you have closed the door for that man to be emotionally available for you. That is the end of it. So
that's true. I understand your advice, and I think in a way is a little bit right. I think women need to understand how to handle emotional vulnerability for men, so we can be better. Sometimes we are at fault. I don't advocate for secrecy though. I do not want to be engaged or married to a man who keeps secret and feels like he's protecting me. But then I also need to learn how to handle, how to be his emotions. I need to learn how to handle his emotions. We've come to the end of this week's episode of Facts of Facts. See you on our next episode. Bye.